This could go really, really wrong or really, really right. It's time for another full booth reset, but this time it's a little different. I am not only bringing in all new inventory, I've been thinking about doing a new look on the back wall. Behind this is just the peg hole boards that the antique mall provided when I first moved in, but I came in with what I have on top and put that in, I think around 3 to 4 years ago. But I'm kind of ready for a new look, something a little more simple. I was either gonna have to plug all the screw holes that I've put into the wall and then repaint, or I could come in and do something completely different. I really shouldn't. I should just leave it. It's fine. Just leave it. It's okay. Leave it. Leave it. Just. I remember that taking a lot longer to put up than it was to take down. I totally forgot that I had painted this black too. Now I get to dispose of all that. Got the walls up, me and the electrician. We picked up the walls yesterday from Home Depot. We did a little cutting out in the parking lot, but we were able to get them all installed just within a couple hours. So the next step is I'm going to be painting and adding the wall texture. And I'm pretty sure I'll have to layer that on, so it could take me a little while. I was going back and forth between what I wanted to do. Did I want to do a lime wash on the walls? Or did I want to do a paint color and then wall texture to kind of give it an old world look? I think I've landed on wall color then wall texture. I did a couple of test samples on a scrap of wood that I had laying around. I went between a white paint then the texture on top, or a gray and then the texture on top. Even though we've kind of moved away from gray over the past couple years, I think I've landed on doing the gray color and then the wall texture. With how I apply the wall texture, my hope is that you'll still be able to see some of that gray underneath. The wall color that I'm using is a new gray, ANEW gray. The wall texture product I'm using, I also got at Lowe's, and it's roll-on smooth finish in white. I haven't really done anything like this before, so I'm learning as I go. I feel like wall texture is really hard to mess up. It seems fairly forgiving. All right, so I panicked and I felt like the gray was a little too blue. I found something that looked a little less blue on top, which the other one didn't look blue on top either, so I don't know what happened there. It's called Dove's Cry, and it's also Sherwin-Williams, so I'm gonna try that instead and see how I like it. I didn't test it or anything. We're just going in blind here. Done.
We can check you out the timely manner. We greatly appreciate it. Again, we will be closing in about 10 minutes.
And just in time. So I'm pretty well stocked up for this new reset, but there was one final piece that I wanted to try and win at auction before moving forward with this new collection. You ready for this?
No.
It's really tall. I don't know. I'm 5'6", and I think this is 80 inches. I got this one too. It's also pretty big. Stand beside it.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's top of it.
I'm scared.
I'm not liable.
I've been sitting in the car, putting off going in to do this next part. I don't know why I'm being so extra with this. I get an idea in my head and then I have to do it. Like there's no choice. Who really cares as long as the products are good, right? I shouldn't care this much. I do. Now that I'm looking at it dry, I'm definitely happy that I switched to this color. It's got more of a warmer gray tone to it than it does like that cool blue, and so I'm happy I went with this option. Come on. First layer is done. I don't know if I'm gonna have to come in with the second layer. I haven't decided yet. I kind of kept it thin in some areas and patchy, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to come in and do some more. I am so dirty. This is so bad. It was messy. I think I'm happy with it. I'm gonna let it dry, figure it out from there. It's probably about a solid week later. I decided not to do a second coat of wall texturing in the booth. I just ran out of time. I wasn't super thrilled with it. I was okay with it. Once things settle down, I might do another coat, but for now, I'm fine with how it is. So since then, okay, so let me explain. I wanted to do something in my booth to kind of better define the space, but I wasn't sure what I was gonna do. My thought was if I can get like 5 antique doors or windows, like big ones, I can kind of make a little half square on the end, little cutout cubby to put stuff in for the outside wall. Also to kind of give me a third wall to help just define the space a little better. I was like, no, I'm not, I'll do that next time around. I'm not gonna stress myself out about doing that right now. And then I found a Facebook Marketplace listing for 5 of the exact same doors, and they were 8 feet tall, the exact height of my current walls. One side was chippy white paint and the other side was the original wood. Oh crap. I'm gonna have to get these because it's just perfect. It works out perfectly and it'll look nice and consistent and not all crazy and choppy if I just went and got 5 random doors and put them all together. I went and picked those up and they needed a lot of cleaning and just overall work, like pulling old nails out of them and stuff like that. I cleaned them, I put a protective coat on them. Me and the electrician brought them in over the weekend and installed them, which was not easy. They were very heavy to work with, but we got them installed and they look so good. So happy that I did it. I can't wait to show you. It looks so freaking amazing. I'm so happy with it. Thank goodness I had him to help me. Back wall is done, door wall is done, and I've started moving bigger furniture over and installing some stuff on the walls. I'm trying to get it all done for the 4th of July weekend because I feel like that would be perfect. People will most likely have either Monday or Friday off, but people will be traveling and passing through, so I'm hoping to have the booth ready for them to shop by then. It's the Monday before that, and I have been in my storage unit pricing for a little while now, and I just need to start moving some stuff over. That's what I'm about to do now. I'm about to take a truckload over. That's the antique mall right there. All I have to do is drive it around the corner, so that's why it looks really thrown in and unsecure. But I'm okay with that because it's literally a 2-second drive. Before I move anything else in, let me show you what the booth looks like right now. You're probably wondering, Amanda, why did you move those clearly not antique shelves into your space? I liked how they looked in my storage unit, and I liked how I was displaying my product on them. And so even though they're not antique, I moved it over here. I tried to order another set, but IKEA is like sold out and has been sold out of them for months. If I find some better antique like storage / shelving piece, I'll move that in instead. But for now, I brought these over, and I think when they're filled with product, they looked really cool and gave that little bit of a modern vibe to it. I'll put a price tag on it. It'll be a higher price tag because I don't really want it to sell necessarily, and I might hate it in a month, but right now I like it. They're getting ready to close for the day, and I'll have to go back to the storage unit, do some more pricing, and bringing smalls over tomorrow. I've just been playing around in here for the past like 5 minutes, working on that little shelf area here. It's gonna be a lot of work finding a space for all this. I'm thinking about hanging a mirror above that. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring out where I'm gonna hang stuff, like the red bucks that I have, these guys, and then the moose rack back there. I wanted to make a statement, but I don't know where I'm gonna hang it because I'm planning on putting a big cabinet, that big cabinet I had that I got from the expo. I'm planning on putting that right here in the middle.
The back antique mall will be closing in 10 minutes.
A few days later, and it's coming along really well in here. I'm sorry I haven't been able to show you guys very much. Every time that I'm in here, it's just rush because I have somewhere else to be at a specific time. It's hard to remember to also document it as well. Tomorrow is the last day of me working on this, and I still have a little bit of pricing left to do, and we're bringing in, I think, 4 final big things tomorrow. I need my electrician to help me lift. I'm thrilled with how it's coming along, like, come on. One thing though, when doing one of these resets that takes like days long to do, the issues that I come across are like me wanting it to look a certain way and then something selling. So that's been the case a little bit during this process. So like the box that I had up on the top of that shelf, I came in the next day and it was already gone, along with a few other things. That's great, right? Because you sold something. But the artist in me is like, no, I wanted to see the whole reset together. But the business person in me is like, that's great. You just kind of have to roll with the punches when that happens. So this is what that looks like now. I've made it work. In fact, here, I'll just show you how the space currently looks. It's come along so well. I still have a little bit more to do, and tomorrow I think it will, once I get the last couple big pieces in here, that will go over there. It's really going to look complete. I really appreciate everybody's help that has lifted something or cleaned something or put something together. I'm sorry I keep getting so close to my face. I'm kind of just walking and talking. Come on, it looks so good. It's so good. This is probably my most favorite reset. It's really truly me, which is exciting. I'm just thrilled. So today is the last day of the reset and I'm running an hour behind schedule. I'm gonna go get coffee and a breakfast sandwich, and then I'm gonna go meet the electrician at the antique mall, and he's gonna help me move in the 4 final big pieces for the reset. I have to do a little bit of pricing and a little bit of repricing, and it will be done. Whew.
They're making fun of my cargo shorts.
No, they're
That's
not.
gonna be the top comment.
Nope.
Why is there a bracelet right here? There, now it's not your food. What's wrong with you? You have problems. You need help.
Okay, so the big stuff has been moved in and the mall is so busy today. And so I'm kind of playing around everybody else as they shop. I just have a few small things to price and then I'm good to go. I'm done. I hate it. No, I think this is the peak of what I can do. It's beautiful, I love it. I don't think I could get any better than this. The closest I've ever been to it being perfect in my booth. I know you've heard me say this like a million times during this video, but I am truly thrilled with how it's turned out. This is exactly what I had pictured in my head. I love all the neutrals and the warm tones and how they've come together, and the pops of color with the pinks, the yellows, and the greens. I'm thoroughly impressed, if I do say so myself. Thank you guys for coming along on this journey. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to hit the like button and to subscribe. Also to hit the bell notification, that way you can be notified for whenever I post a new video. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at Amanda's Mercantile. That way you can see anything that I do behind the scenes. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.